Hello everyone, welcome back to the library for our Big 6 lesson conclusion. Again, I'm the school librarian, Mrs. Henderson. Our agenda for today is that we will review a handout of the Big 6 research model, identify supporting resources, and examine each step of the Big 6 process. Some objectives for today are that students will be able to identify the Big 6 process, students will learn to apply the Big 6 model to a research project, and students will access various resources to assist in their understanding and application of the Big 6 process. And all of the information about the Big 6 was obtained from the big6.org. So first I want to take a look at the Big 6 model handout. It identifies the tasks and the subtasks of the Big 6 research model, and it also summarizes examples of applying each task. Also included within the handout are additional resources that provide extra support. There's 5 videos that show information about developing good research questions, effective search strategies, choosing and evaluating sources, citing sources, and taking notes while researching. So let's take a look at that right now. So here we have step 1. It shows what the step is, the task definition, it shows the subtasks, and it gives you a little bit more information about what you will be doing in that, in those subtasks. So we have task definition, information seeking strategies, location and access, use of information, synthesis, and evaluation. And down here we have the additional resources. You just click the hyperlink and it gives you the video with the corresponding information. And you can see that it's identified which step that would be helpful to apply it to. Okay, so a lot of this information is also in the handout, but let's take a minute and look at it a little bit more in depth. So step 1, again, that is the task definition. That's where you define the problem and you identify the information needed. So basically you have to think about what are you being asked to do? What is your assignment? What is your topic or problem that you're trying to solve? Sometimes you have a choice of your topic, sometimes you are assigned one. Either way, you need to identify the information needed. What are you wondering about in that topic or problem, and what questions do you have about the topic? The next step is where you are going to be seeking information. So we have information seeking strategies. 2.1 is you're going to determine all possible sources. So you're going to first brainstorm, write down a list of different possible resources. Are you familiar with any books, websites, videos, databases? Where else can you get information? Maybe there's an expert in that area that you can talk to. And then ask, what types of resources help me learn best? It's important when you're conducting research that you get a variety of sources, but you also want to think about what is the easiest way for you to learn about information. Then you're going to select the best sources. Think about your specific topic and questions and what resources would give you the info you are looking for. Big 6 step 3 is location and access. 3.1 is locate sources. So this is when you physically find the sources in a library, on a database, on the internet, and you also think about them. Where could you find that information? The next subtask is find information within the sources. So once you have the sources, what part of the source has the information you need? If you're looking at a website, what page in particular, what section of a book is going to have your information? And think about, how can I locate the information that you need within the resource. For example, in a book, use the table of contents, use the index, scan headings. On to Big 6 Step 4, which is use of information. This is where you are going to actually engage with the information. You're doing the reading, you're viewing the videos, you're accessing the websites, you're listening to a podcast of an expert. You're basically gathering the information. And then you are going to extract the relevant information. That's where you decide what information is important to your topic and what is extraneous or what is not applicable to the research questions that you have. While you're doing this, you're going to want to take notes, and you're also going to want to record where you found your info. Big 6 Step 5 is synthesis, where you're taking all of that information that you've learned from all of those sources, and you're piecing it together to form the answer to your research questions. You're also going to determine how to present that information. Think about how will you share the information you've gathered? What did you learn and how can you convey that? What digital tools might help you, or is there another format that you could try? Think about your learning styles and the learning styles of your audience, and if there's any particular requirements of the assignment. The last step is evaluation. This is where you judge the product. You think about, did you effectively communicate your learning? Can others access your info? This is also where you're judging the process, thinking about and reflecting on the Big 6 process. Did you follow the steps? Is there anything else you need to do? Which steps were easy and hard for you? You might also want to check your product against a rubric if there has been provided one. So in conclusion, when solving a problem or conducting research, remember you can use the Big 6 research process. And we talked about all 6 of the steps, and don't forget to reference your handout for reminders about going through the process. So let's look at our objectives. We were able to identify the Big 6 process. You will be learning how to apply the Big 6 model to a research project, and there was information about applying the information in the handout. And you now have access to various resources to assist you in understanding the application of the Big 6 process. So those videos that are about how to identify good sources, how to develop a research question. Thank you.